Right. Thank you for joining us. And it's an absolute pleasure to welcome the man who shares a birthday with me, or rather, I share a birthday with him. I'm not sure. Michael Essien.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm good.
Do I share a birthday with you, or do you share a birthday with me? Which one is correct?
Either way is fine with me.
Anyway, um, yeah, we are both 3rd
Hmm.
December guys, and it's every year. It's always very interesting. But that's where the
Hmm.
similarities end because I've not played for Chelsea or Real Madrid, but I was the best player in my neighborhood. So yeah. How are you doing? How's Copenhagen?
Ah, yeah, I'm good. I'm doing fine. Thank you. And yourself? Copenhagen is okay. Just it's just cold at the moment, but it's that's what it is, you know. It's cold everywhere in Europe. So yeah, we are managing.
Well, speaking of cold, the season started very hot for the Blues, your former team. They had a fine start and then they went off, sort of. Have you wondered why? And if you thought it, what answers did you come with? Why? Frederick?
I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, as a football man, it's these things happen, you know. And I always say consistency is a way forward. But it's football. Sometimes, you don't really understand why you are deep in form. But I think with their few games recently, I think they are getting back slowly. So hopefully, they will, they will keep pushing, they will stay there, and then we'll see what happens at the end. That's a difficult one, but I mean, you never know. Football is football, and anything can happen. You just have to, keep winning, and then. Mm.
Nobody ever writes off a Pep Guardiola team until the season is over. We have all learned that the very hard way. Now, do you think they, in their position, can overtake Arsenal and Liverpool to win it?
I mean, well, as you said earlier on, we never knew or we never expect City to, to deep inform that much, but at the end of the day, it's football. But I think they are getting back. So their recent game. So there's possibilities, but you should never write them off because there's still a long games to play, and you know. So if they keep winning, of course, they will always be title contenders.
If I ask what your ideal Chelsea 11 is to face Manchester City,
No, I will leave that to the coach. I'll leave that to the coach. But and of course, as a Chelsea ex-Chelsea player, of course, I would love Chelsea to go there and win. But it's not going to be easy. But I have to believe. I have to keep my fingers crossed for them, and hopefully they can get a good result there.
and to that other team that make your CB so rich, Real Madrid. Let's go there. I mean, Don Carlo has denied saying he's leaving Real Madrid at the end of this season. But do you think that the playing body need perhaps a fresh voice in the dressing room? They've achieved so much, but is it probably time to change?
I don't know, man. But I mean, I love Carlo. I love Carlo. I think he's a good manager and a good person, and he's like a father figure. But I mean, if you're in Real Madrid is winning or nothing. So it's not an easy place. But he's been there before, and it's his second time. And of course, as much as I love Carlo, I would love him to win at Real Madrid, and I would love him to win everything. But let's see, they're on top now. They are on top of the league now. There's still a few more games to go. And if he's saying he's not ready to leave, then we will take that. We would love him to stay there and win things for the club.
Obviously, the old soldier. One of the key things he has to deal with is a bit of too much of a good thing. He has Kylian Mbappé and Vinicius. How does a coach solve a dilemma like that when it's clear that they play better when they're both not featured at the same time?
I mean, well, as you said, old soldier, he's Italian, so you know how Italians. But I mean, as I was saying, I mean, when you have these players on the pitch, sometimes the coach, you don't need to say much because they can always solve problems on their own on the pitch. They can always come up with different things. But I don't know the problem. I don't know. I don't think there's a problem, but they just have to find their feet when they are both on the pitch, and I think that will come at some point. That will come at some point because when you have these two, you have I love this boy Valverde. I like of course Rodrigo. People don't mention his name that much, but this kid is something else. Yeah, he's something else. Then you have Bellingham. Another top player, but. I think it's just a matter of time for them to find their feet so they can find each other wherever they are on the pitch. So, I would love Carlo to stay there and win many trophies for the club. And yeah.
Going back to your time at Real, how would you say how special was it playing against TT rivals Atleti?
I mean, first of all, when you are playing for Madrid, this is a win or nothing. And of course, playing your biggest rival, Atleti, they can be very annoying. They were, they are good, and of course they want to win. So of course, it's a big game. Players get very emotional at times. Of course, then you see red card. See tackles flying left and right. But it's normal. That's what happens in a big derbies like that. And of course, if one thing can keep his calm, keep his head down, and of course they will always get the advantage. But those games is normal. You see players fighting, even managers. You see fans. It's normal. But at the end of the day, you want to win. So yeah.
If you compare Real Madrid Atleti to Chelsea and their biggest rivals, maybe Arsenal, how how intense was it? How different was it in terms of the intensity?
It's not the same. It's not the same as in. I mean, at Chelsea in London, you have so many rivals. So many rivals. You have Arsenal, which Arsenal is rival because we kind of fighting for the top spot. Then you have Fulham. Then you have West Ham. But they're all derbies, but in a different kind of way. But Real and Atleti is something else. Is a bit different because I mean you see fans kind of fighting and players even before they go on the pitch speaking their Spanish blah, 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 you can already feel it but at the end of the day it's all football and we love those kind of occasions and we want to perform.
Obviously, and I know you've answered this somewhere before, but apart from sometimes you might have had a rethink. Apart from yourself, who do you think has been the most iconic African player to ever feature for Real Madrid?
So I won't put myself in that category if I'm being modest, if I'm being honest. But I was only
As
there for
always,
a year. I was only there for a year, and you know me, you know me, you know the sort of person I am. But I mean, I will. If I have to choose, of course, I'll choose my friend and my teammate, Mamadou Diarra. We played together at Lyon for 2 years at least. We played against each other, Mali, Ghana, but not also forgetting Jeremy Gitap, who was there, who was representing Africa at the time, and his days was even more harder. So I think I will pick these two if I'm allowed to, because I will not pick one and leave the other, because of course Diarra is my friend. Ijita became my friend because we played together at Chelsea many years. So I will pick these two for what they did for for the continent, representing that huge, massive club as Real Madrid. Of course, we can talk about Hakimi and Zabai. They were bonded. So for them, is even more kind of that's my city. That the thing, but those one coming from Africa representing, So yeah, so I'll pick, of course, Diarra and Jeremy Jitap, and I will leave myself out.
Very typical Michael Essien answer. To Ghana, to your Black Stars. Very easy. Very easy. What's your favorite? I know. It's always not easy for you to answer Ghana question. What's your favorite Black Star growing up, Michael?
Favorite player, you mean?
Yeah, player. Black Star player.
Oh, I mean I think that's a bit easy because we all love Abedi Pele, Tony Yeboahs, and you know the the Abla de Kumas, and the Ama Senegals, Frimpong Mansuns, and those and those boys, And of course, I think my favorite was the Darling boy, Danielado.
Oh, what?
Bringing
Really?
bringing those names, But I mean, at the end of the day, as a young boy, as a young boy, want to play football. We all want to represent the Blacks at some point. We all want to play for the country at some point, which I was lucky enough to do it. So, I mean, to pick a favorite is hard because I grew up watching all these top players, representing the country in the way they did, putting their life on the line and stuff like that. So yes, I was a massive fan of those players, and of course for the Black side.
Yeah, very quick questions, so we will keep it very simple. I know you are very political sometimes. You in your prime, Thomas Partey in his prime. Who am I putting in my team if I should?
This is very. I mean, I'm. I don't know how to answer this, but I just love playing football, and I was privileged and lucky enough to do the way I did it. But I will never put myself because we are two different generations. So of course I will let you put Partey because he's a guy that I love very much. I talk to him every now and then. We are in contact. We are in touch with each other. So, and he's a brilliant footballer. He's a brilliant midfielder. So of course I will I will stand by for him to pick my place, and for him to even showcase his football even more to the world, because I'm already I'm done. I'm going.
I got that.
So
And
yeah.
finally, if you could choose three other African players who could switch nationality and play for the Black Stars now, who would they be? Three African players who could switch and come and play for the Black Stars.
I I don't know. There's no one coming to mind, but Ghanaians sometimes we are funny. When we see this Ghanaian born in Europe or blah 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 doing good for their country, we invite them. And when things are not going well, then the same people, they say, they don't fit in because they don't know our culture. For me, that's a big bullshit. If I'm being honest, that's a big bullshit. But I don't know. I will not. I don't know who to choose for them to change their nationality, but of course, we already have some players that they need our support for them to, to do well for the nation and stuff like that. So yes, I don't know who I would choose to change their nationality. If I'm being
When I
honest.
wrote this, in my mind, I was thinking probably Mo Salah, because everybody was Salah in the team, that kind of thing, because he's so prolific and yeah. But that's a good answer as well. So Michael, um, thank you so much for your time as usual. You are always a sport, and I appreciate you being on Sporty FM. By the time you come to Ghana, you would have known that we are the first 24-hour sports radio station that's been set up
Oh wow,
our sports.
24
Just
hours.
launched on Monday. Yeah.
Congratulations. Brilliant. Brilliant. Hopefully I'll come down
Being
and
our
see
global
you also.
ambassador, please, when you come, don't dodge us, Michael. Come around. We are in Jolu. We are not far from you. All right?
You know me, bro.
I
Interviews
know
are
you,
not, I
Michael.
know my thing,
I
but of
know
course,
you, Michael.
when it's arranged, I'll always make time for it.
Sure,
That's
sure.
not a big
Just
issue.
see the place and give us a.
I just don't talk to a lot of people. That's why.
I know, right?
But
I know. I know.
yeah,
Thank you so much for the time.
thank you, bro. Thank you. Thanks for having
Cheers.
me. Cheers. Bye.